assignment on our basic tools folder. So week 4, day 8, here it is, basic tools. And we're going to start with our layers, right? There it is. So what we're going to start off by doing is creating a blank sheet of paper in our Photopea link. So we're going to click on this link, and it should take us directly to Photopea. Here it is, right? So we're going to go open a blank page. File, New. We're going to go to Print, and then we're going to click on Letter. Make sure it's clicked and it's highlighted, right? And we go to Create. So Print, Letter, Create. Right? Once I click on Create, it should create this blank page for us. So we're only going to need this blank page, right? The first thing that we're going to need to do is create layers. So in order for us to create layers, there are 2 ways. We can go through the menu section, which is up here, right? You're going to go to the layer. You go to the first selection, which is New, and then Layer. So Layer, New Layer. Pretty easy, right? So once you click on Layer, it should create a new layer on our Layers window over here, right? So it's over here. Another way to create a new layer is by going down here, the windows, the layer windows over here. This little square with the little post-it looks like the bottom left corner is flipped up. So if you click on the icon, it should create a new layer, right? So you can click on this as many times as you want. There's also a trash can right here on the right, so you can click on it, right? And it'll make the layers disappear. But we're gonna need 2. We're gonna need 2 different layers for this, okay? Once we create our tabs, right? So all you have to do is click on we're gonna create 2 layers. You clicked right here and we create 2 layers, right? All right, so we're gonna click on the first layer. Make sure you click on it first before you start doing anything. I'm gonna go over to the layer number 1, and I'm going to go to the brush tool. So here's the brush tool, right? The first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna change the size of my brush. You don't have to do this. As long as I can see the color, you guys should be fine, right? But since it's a little on the smaller side, right, you can see the circle right here on the page, I am gonna make it a little bit bigger. So I'm gonna go up here to the options bar. You can see the brush right here at the top. That means that I did click on it, so it should have switched over to the brush. Right here next to it, this dot, I'm gonna click right there, and then this little box should pop up, and I'm just going to increase the size, right? Somewhere around there. It's fine. It gives you a preview of what your brush is going to look like by the circle of that shows up right here on the paper, right? So if I bring it up more, right, that circle is going to get bigger. And that's just how big the writing is going to be created, right? So I'm going to select, let's go to 100, right? 99 is fine. Okay. Once I've selected my size, I'm going to go down here to the bottom where there's a red color, right? If you want to switch your color for your text or whatever we're doing, usually we go over here to this where the color swatches are, right? So I'm going to click where the red is, and it should pop up, this box should pop up, right? I'm going to choose a color that I'm going to use to start doing a brush design. So I'm going to click on this green one. You can keep it red too, that's fine, but I'm going to switch my color. So I'm going to press OK. And I'm just going to make whatever design I want. I can make a circle, a square, a triangle, a star, a heart, a line, right? I'm going to do a swirl, for example. You can do whatever you want as long as I can see a brush that you use the brush, right? So we used green in our first layer. We're going to rename this layer, okay? Where it says layer 1, you're going to double click with your mouse, and it should highlight that where it says layer 1, right? We're gonna rename it, and then we're gonna rename it the color that we used to draw with, right? I'm gonna put in green. Once I put green, I'm gonna press enter on my keyboard, and it should keep that name, right? The next thing that we're gonna do is make sure you go into the second layer. So click on that second layer. It should highlight this layer, and then once you click on it, it should highlight that one. So now we're in the second layer, right? I'm going to go back to the brush tool. The brush tool is still selected. Okay, good. I'm going to go down to where the green color is. I'm going to click on it because I have to switch the color. So you're going to have one color for one layer and another color for the other. So if you kept it red, you still have to change it, right? So I'm going to click on the box again, and I'm going to click on this blue color, right? You can switch it to whatever color you want. I'm going to press OK. And I'm going to put a heart over on this side. Right? There it is. I have a heart now, right? So I use blue for this layer. I'm going to go over where it says layer 2. I'm going to double click on it so I can rename it, right? Once it's highlighted, that means it's ready to change. I'm gonna press blue and I'm gonna press enter, right? So now we have a green drawing in this layer and a blue drawing in this layer, right? If I turn off the eye for the green layer, right, it should only make the green drawing disappear, right? And if I do the same thing to the blue layer, where I turn off the eye so it's not visible, it should only make the blue heart disappear, or your blue drawing, or whatever color you chose, right? Okay, so that's the first step. Once you have these 3 layers, you're gonna create one more and we're done. Okay, so we're gonna go over to the type tool right here. So where the T is, I'm gonna click on it, right, and it should change everything up here at the top. If you do want to change the fonts and the size, for example, I do want to change the size, I would suggest doing it before you click on the page. So I'm gonna go over here where it says size. I'm gonna click where this arrow is. I'm gonna bring it all the way to up to 150. If you want to change the color, you would click here, and if you want to change the font, you would click here. But I'm just gonna change the size just so you can see what we're gonna type, right? Once we've selected our size, 150, we're gonna click anywhere on the page. You could click up here, down here, anywhere, right? Even inside the shapes. I'm gonna click up here. So once I click, it should create a text layer, right? So at the end of this assignment, you should have 4 layers. You should have your background, your blank sheet, your green drawing, your blue drawing, and the text that you're about to type. Okay? Once you click, it doesn't blink, but you can start typing. So I'm just going to type in my name. So the options are you can type in your name or you could type in a quote. You could do both, right? As long as I know that you know how to use the text tool, the type tool, right? We should be fine. So once I'm done typing, I'm gonna go over to the move tool, right? And I'm gonna move it. You can move it wherever you want to, right? You can put it down here, anywhere you want. But it doesn't matter as long as I can see your type tool, your 2 drawings of 2 different colors, right? And that you renamed your layers. Once you're done with this assignment, I'm done with it because I already have my 2 drawings and my text. I'm gonna go to File, Export As, click on JPEG, click on Save, and this assignment this file that downloads to your computer, this is what you're gonna submit into Schoology, right? So you're gonna go to Schoology, submit assignment, upload, and you're gonna upload this file. Okay, and that's it.